It was the break in the music
I
that
didn't,
did it for me.
I was trying not to laugh because I had a feeling we were going live.
I didn't quite get live
right
when Eddie said that at the end, so like it was just dead silent as everybody was trying to be serious, and I enjoy that. But good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Ecriom Expeditions. I'm your Dungeon Master, Logan Hanley, here to spin you and the players you see before you a yarn through the Lands of Ecriom. Before we get started, a few shout-outs, a few sponsor things, and then our wonderful character and player introductions. First and foremost, shout-outs to Brianna Flame, who made these amazing overlays. So if you're looking for overlays for your streams, or if you're looking for any sort of digital art, Bree is an amazing content creator, graphic designer, photographer, overlay maker. Hit her up 100%. Next, Esoteric, who is the wonderful cartographer who created and is responsible for bringing my world to life on paper. If you are looking for any cartography for your own worlds, feel free and hit him up. Next, Dell, also known as Dell-tastic, amazing character artist who drew all of the character art that you can see below me, as well as other stuff that we may do at some point for the stream. And then last but not least, Adrian von Ziegler, who is the amazing composer who I use for the majority of the background when our fantastic Perrin Hopesinger isn't strumming along on his lute. Next, sponsors, first and foremost, Dragon Rock RPG Design, Daniel Lieberman, Renee Beauregard, bringing unique and creative content to the TTRPG community, whether it's them writing their own content or collaborating with other creatives. Their goal is to bring extensive experience and expertise to any of the materials that they work on. Next, by far, the most stressful sets of dice I have ever used in my entire life. Umbral Oculus dice. I just got this brand... Oh no, it's big. Stop. This brand new set, my Dungeon Master set, from Terran of Umbral Oculus, also known as Eden, purveyor of hand-poured and polished artisanal dice. Umbral Oculus is conjuring relics from beyond the veil for you to enjoy at your tables. So if you're looking for a new set of dice, head over to Umbral Oculus's Ko-Fi account. I'll have to let you talk about that when we get there. Next, Adventures in 3D. A good friend of mine, Richard, he's currently on a break because he's getting married, but he creates some amazing 3D printed miniatures. We'll see in the near future both Perrin and Professor Hale in those renditions in the near future once he gets back from his wedding. But yeah, if you use the code BAREFOOT15, all caps for barefoot and then the number 1515, you can get 15% off any purchases you make on his Etsy shop once he comes back for his wedding and starts creating again. And then last but not least, the Initiative Order. TO is a collective of passionate TTRPG players and creators that want to help the community thrive and grow. Their main goal is to explore and experience all types of gaming systems while creating an inclusive community for all of their players and viewers. And also, Danny Lade was responsible, the creator of the Initiative Order, was responsible for doing the intro that you'll see very shortly. Last but not least, before we get to character introductions, if you like what you see, if you want to support the stream, feel free to go to our Streamlabs. There you guys can donate X amount of dollars, however much your heart desires, and all of it gets split amongst the cast and helps further their own projects as well as some projects that we'll be doing on the stream. So yeah, I think the link will be in chat somewhere. Thank you, Renee. But yeah, on to character... It's just support, I think. There we go. Onto character introductions. Eden, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Taryn Hackett, also known as Val Root. Across the socials, I'm also Eden of the Briar. And I am the creator behind Umbral Oculus Dice. That is UO_dice on Instagram, link in bio for my Ko-fi. and for merchandise and eventually other things, because I'm working on fun stuff there too. So definitely go check me out and follow me there if you want to know when updates to my shop are coming. I do have dice in stock right now and pre-orders for a limited time for some of the sets that I've recently made. So go check it out. Show me some love. I also have a subscription option where you can pay a little bit each month and eventually buy nice things. So do the thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta facilitate this. Finara.
Yeah.
Utahime.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know which way we were going, so I didn't want to just hop on in there without getting the A-OK from our DM. Hi guys, I'm Utahime. I'm a cosplayer, streamer, and TTRPG performer. You can find me on the social of the medias at Utahime Cosplay, Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where I will be streaming tomorrow some Dead by Daylight. It is Spooktober, so there's a lot of spooky games and fun shenanigans going on, so definitely check that out. And you can catch all of the schedule updates on all the things that I'm doing on my Twitter at Brianna DeCoster.
Awesome. Next, Professor Hale, Ronan Fox.
Hey, what's up? I'm D&D Jesus.
Immediately gets glared at by Taryn. I love it.
Hey, I'm Ronan Fox.
Oh, this is how we're starting. Okay.
You can find me at Ronan Fox on all the socials.
Don't do it.
Yes, you can find me there. I am a Twitch streamer and primarily on there I world build. And so right now I'm working on a project to build a world as extensive as something in the flavor of Middle Earth. So do that on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then other than that, I am a permanent player in a bunch of TTRPGs, including one for Taryn and one in this one. That's me.
Hell yeah. Mr. Art, the Goblin.
Oh, that's me! Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, otherwise known as the Discount Bard. I'm a voice artist, performer, streamer. I'm here on Twitch regularly a couple days a week at twitch.tv/discountbard. I do variety content, mostly Sea of Thieves, although right now I'm doing an October special called Tales of Fright, where I'm doing all the horror games so that you don't have to. So you can watch me scream my butt off and make sure that I'm wearing the brown pants through various different fun antics, including some sessions that I have some friends here on stream that might actually be joining at some point in the near future. So lots of fun stuff there. If you want to follow all of my antics, I'm at Discount Bard on all social media, and I run into the problem where, unlike some people who are forever DMs, I'm a forever player, and I'm trying to change that.
Oh yeah. And last but not least, Perrin Hope Singer, Renee Beauregard.
Hello everybody. My name is Renee Beauregard. I play Perrin Hope Singer here on this channel. I'm one half of Dragon Rock RPG with my friend Daniel Lieberman, where we make 5e supplements for D&D. So you can check us out on Instagram at Dragon Rock RPG Design or Twitter at Dragon Rock RPG. Very soon, we're going to be putting out our Warlocks, which we're very excited for. So keep your eye out for that. Other than that, Mr. DM, I think we can take it away from here.
Yes, we can. For those of you who are looking for Umbral Oculus Dice, I just put it into chat. If you go to Ko-Fi and type in UO_dice, you should be able to find them. If not, the link is also right there, so go ahead and click it, get some dice. We'll be giving away, if you put in the code BAREFOOT, all lowercase, this beautiful, and it's gonna, yep, it did. This... Stop.
There's a picture on Instagram.
There's a picture on Instagram of it, but it's this very beautiful. I'm gonna describe it. It's this very beautiful. As I hold it right here, and hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, but it's this very.
Would it happen to have green in it?
Super clear.
It would.
Yes, it does. The numbers are this nice kind of dark green, but on the inside it's like gold with like little flecks of like different plants, and it's very druidy. So if
Prove it.
Oh, come on! We had it for. I gotta keep moving it, or else it won't.
Catch the light. Catch the light just right.
Figure it out.
Well,
Anyway,
go find our Instagrams. You can find it on our stories.
Yeah.
It's there.
all right.
It is.
Now, without further ado, let's get into our next episode of the Ecriom Expeditions.
What's an expedition?
welcome back. There we go. Yep, you guys are unmuted. Where last we left off, our band of upstart adventurers began their mission to investigate a recently attacked Scar Harrier warehouse on the behalf of an individual named Umber, with Art staying behind to fix something within the confines of Les Imiter, calling that he'd catch up with the party once he was done. The remaining party members made their way through the main market and wharf before coming to the warehouse. Through the use of her familiar, Eden peered into the window to find a front desk welcome reception area of sorts for the warehouse itself, cold, dusty, and empty. Perrin, taking charge and leading the way, searched around the outside of the warehouse with the rest of the group in tow, finding another way in. A large set of cargo doors in the rear of the warehouse. The group quickly and quietly snuck into the back of the warehouse, where they saw 3 individuals, one of which, a dwarf that our very naive druid Eden recognized, rummaging through crates and barrels toward the front of the warehouse. Eden, immediately recognizing the dwarf, confronts him, leading to both Perrin and Finara coming along to help and continue to interrogate and intimidate this individual. That is until Perrin gets too close to the dwarf and a mysterious red goop spewed from the dwarf and into Perrin's mouth. Shortly after, tensions flare and a fight ensues. Some flee, some are dispatched by the party, but ultimately a victory as the group takes a moment to rest and recuperate. After they search the office and find a dead half-elf, as well as a secret compartment containing some interesting items, Perrin finds a velvet mask, gives it to his sister, and then grabs some books from a nearby shelf. Art rejoins the party soon after, investigating the goop and coming to the conclusion that that goop, in fact, was an ooze, not a goop, and it belonged to a creature known as an oblex. Shortly after, as Eden and Kaiden are bickering over a logbook that they had found, Perrin jolts and sprints upstairs, Finn and Art hastily following in his footsteps until they get to a door. Perrin cautiously opens the door, with the other 2 peering in behind him to see a small room with a child looking from underneath the bed at the trio. One word coming from the lips of that child. Daddy? And that's where we come back.
All right. Whoa. What do you, I'm sorry. I've ne'er sired another being before, so I'm sorry. Do I look like your father?
Like he's kind of short, like you. You got like oh, you don't have a beard.
No, I could. Can you not see the fact that I couldn't grow a hair on my face if I wanted to?
It's kind of dark under here.
Well, what are you doing under there? Come out of there.
Okay. And you see as this little halfling girl scoots out from underneath the bed, carrying in one arm this little like stuffed owl bear kind of toy with her, and just kind of standing there in very kind of traditional, just like run-of-the-mill kind of clothing. It's a little kind of dirty and like scraped up and cut up or patched in some places, but like kind of just generally average clothing.
What color is her hair?
Her hair color is like a hazel color.
Yeah. So, was your father here, or?
Yes. My whole family was. We've been staying here for a couple of days. Dad said we were supposed to go somewhere, and then and she kind of is like looking around and like looking at Art very curiously. What's he? What's that?
He's a goblin, dear. Let's. Can we go back to your family? What? I want to know where her family is.
I know, but give me 1 second. Would you like some water? Have you been up here this whole time?
Yeah, I mean, my mom and dad were here maybe a day ago. They left.
Have you eaten a single thing?
No. Do you have food?
Oy.
Oh my goodness.
They told
And,
me not to leave the room.
Fanara's gonna look through her bag for one of the pastries that they had taken with them from home to give it to her, and also she's going to take uncork her water skin to give it to the little girl.
Oh,
Yeah, here
yeah,
we go. That's
if you're gonna
horrible.
have something like that, you might need a little of this too. And Art's going to reach into one of his pockets and offer up a half-used stick of salted butter.
Um, um, we're gonna have to talk about this. So you use this when you're trying to make this. So you can't just eat a stick of butter and that's it.
Don't tell him what he can and cannot eat. That you're not his mum.
Well, no, but
Well, I'm not trying to be his mama. I'm just saying that to make some delicious pastries, you have to use the butter. But the butter itself, I mean, it's just if that's
don't you just
it's an
add it on top of the
acquired
pastry
taste.
too?
Okay, it's an acquired taste. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
really, if I offended you, Art, I really apologize. Mm, mm.
I,
And she's just sitting there watching, drinking some
it's
water,
good.
like chewing
Did
on
you
whatever
guys
for no-
find cool stuff up there? Or are you just talking to
We
yourself?
found apparently my niece parent apparently has a child I didn't know about, and Mama and Daddy doesn't know either.
Hey, Kaiden, how do you have a kid without knowing?
Nope, not having that conversation. Let's walk.
and Perrin is at this point like looking at Finara like just
Well,
turns back to the child. I would like to know where did your family say perhaps where they were going before they left here?
Yeah. Well, he said. My dad said that we were supposed to go. I think he said we were supposed to go to a place called Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
But before we could go, there were some noises downstairs, and then he told me not to leave the room until him and Mom went to go figure it out.
Were you and your family living here? Was this like your home?
Since we got off the boat, yeah, we got off the boat, and then they brought us here, and they said that if we waited a few days, the next like wagons would be going to not Swaygut. I'm sorry, this is Swaygut. Going to Sanctuary.
Okay. And how long have you been here? Do you know?
I can only count to 5.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, more than 5. Okay, more
that's
than
really
5.
good. That's really good.
So okay, that makes things interesting.
And you would know that in or a typical week is 7 days. I was gonna switch it, but then I decided not to.
Okay, you make your decisions when you want. I feel you. Finn, do you have I'm inclined to take this child with us back to the bar. Don't ask me why, but I'm very inclined to bring this child back with us to the tavern.
Well, I mean, we can't just have her here with all those bodies downstairs.
Oh, yes, right, absolutely. We leaving that? That'd be
I would be
careful.
also inclined, but she cannot have those special beverages.
Eden
Milk
and Hale, you
for
guys are up there at this point. If you guys are
How
welcome.
old does she appear?
It's hard to say because halflings, like they're all kind of the same size for a good portion of their life.
Sure.
Maybe 5, 6 at the oldest.
You should stay with her daddy.
Hold on. Eden's just going to be really excited at the sight of a child, and she's just going to run up and sit down in front of her. So, what's your name?
My name's Blossom.
That's a pretty name. It's named after I'm named after plants too. How old are you?
I'm 5.
Oh, I'm older than you.
I would hope so. You're really tall.
That doesn't mean anything. I'm pretty well, because I'm taller than them, but I don't think I'm older than. I don't know, maybe. But so, what are we doing with?
Yeah, let's. Hey, Blossom, would you like to go outside? Maybe just catch some fresh air.
Can Aaron come? And she holds up the owlbear.
Oh, it would be my pleasure.
Do you have more of those, or is that the only one you got?
Oh, just Aaron. Yeah. He's
We'll
from
have to
back.
fix
He's
that.
from, Mom made him back home.
What is
Right.
home?
Hash?
What is hash? Never heard of it. It sounds like a cool place, though.
It's not on the Isles.
Hesh is one of the bigger islands.
Oh,
Yes.
Finn, she's from where we're from. She's just a little north.
Well, now I'm really
east of us.
starting to think. Before I was just teasing you about this being your daughter, but now that I found out that she's from the Isles,
listen. I've
find
had
this
enough. I've had enough
very
of you.
peculiar.
Yeah, I've had enough of you already.
Blossom, do you want to play tag?
Let's
could we-
just let her breathe. Let's
You're
check
it.
outside
And she runs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Make
and
a
Eden runs downstairs.
make an athletics or acrobatics check. Actually,
Oh wait, there's something on the stairs.
Art, are you still concentrating
on Greece.
on the grease?
Oh, jeez.
Is Grease's concentration, right?
I don't think it
Hold on.
is.
Don't think it is.
No, it is not
no.
concentration.
Oh, no. How long does it last for?
1 minute.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
Oh, it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
We're gone. Okay.
Okay.
Just see Eden and this kid just. What'd you get?
A 17 plus acrobatics is a 19.
Okay, so you take off, and she's like, "Wait, no!" And like runs, takes a couple steps, and like trips over the bottom of her dress, and like scratches her knee for a second, and then like stands up and like.
Hold on.
I
Blossom, real quick.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Would you mind? It's kind of. We made a bit of a mess. Would you
Right,
mind if maybe I carried you down there? Would that be easier? I think it'd be easier for that to walk. Just till we get outside.
Make a persuasion check.
When he says this, I will leave the room very quickly.
Well, that's what I was going to say. As you get downstairs, Eden is already down there and she is attempting to drag one of the bodies like behind like a bale of hay or a box.
Yeah, there's
Right.
enough crates where like you could drag them to where those
Yeah,
crates were and
that's-
store them behind there. Yeah. Hale, what'd you get?
So I only got an 8. So I'm gonna follow that up with because I will imagine her expression. I actually have a couple daughters around your age, and they never like to be held either. So maybe just to make sure that you don't trip again, maybe I can just hold your hand.
Yeah, that'll work. And she like reaches up her hand.
Oh hell, you never mentioned that you had any children.
3 daughters.
Oh wow.
And I'll bend down and say, all right, I have a game that I kind of want to play. I want to see if you can make it all the way outside, just holding my hand while closing your eyes the whole time. I don't think you can do it.
Give me another persuasion with advantage. I'll give you that.
Okay, 21.
21.
It was almost a 4.
She takes her little stuffed owlbear and like over her eyes and like holding your hand.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go.
As Perrin is like duly running around the goddamn place, playing this little lick. Just constantly over and over and over again, and I am prestidigitating all of the blood off of the floor, Just constantly playing that lick as I press to digitate it all.
Good move.
Here, this'll help. And Art is going to pour out the remainder of the vinegar from his alchemist flask.
Nice.
Yeah, and just really quickly, Eden, what's your passive again?
16.
16. So as you're bringing the bodies around those crates, you can see they're still open. Some of them have been gone through, like there's contents on the floor. But within one of them, you can see some like glinting from the sun kind of coming in, like reds and greens and blues. And some other
Reaching
kinda
down
white.
in.
Okay.
Yep, nope, we're reaching in.
All right. Okay. Cool. You're doing it. So inside you see like a little like clear mesh bag, only like kind of like the ones that you send your dice in, and inside you can see 6 different gems of various colors. One's like this opaque malted deep blue, or 2 of them are like that opaque malted deep blue. 2 of them are kind of opaque but kind of this greenish color. Some are these translucent, striped with red, and then the last one that really catches your eye is this translucent pink color, but it has these like really kind of mossy green or greens and grays kind of within it. And it's inside of a crate that has a lot of like linen and cloth materials.
Yeah, no, she tucks that inside her vest, and apparently I didn't annotate how many bags of coins I took.
3.
3
3.
3 times bag o coin, because I wrote bag o gems, so we have bag o coin.
Bag o coin,
Okay.
bag o gems.
Pink one is pretty, because I wrote it in Edenisms. So there's some shiny things, and there's a really cool pink one. As she just like tucks it in, and it's just like, well, I'll take that for later.
Did we get everything that we needed from here?
I don't remember what we're looking for. I just know I didn't get that finger.
And we
Finger.
really don't read too far into that. We didn't really exactly get any information as to what exactly we were here to get at all.
We got the book, though.
That's-
Kaiden has the book with the really boring stories in it.
Okay,
All right,
right.
stories?
Mm,
Must be his biography. So
what's about? Okay.
And Eden is writing something down on a piece of paper.
right. DM, we really weren't given any instructions whatsoever outside of go to the warehouse, make sure you get Umber's stuff. We weren't told what stuff.
You were the more specific direction, and I don't mind giving this to you guys because you guys will just keep running around in circles if I don't, was that you needed to make sure it was secure, not necessarily grab it and bring it back, just making sure that the contents there were secure. Go ahead, Hail, and actually everybody roll me an intelligence check. The straight intelligence, because you guys would have been in the office long enough to kind of skim through the papers that were on the top of the desk as well, especially Hale and Eden, even though Eden would have no idea what any of those meant.
17.
17. Awesome.
6.
Art.
Got an 8.
Just straight intelligence,
Correct.
synthetic 20.
Synthetic 20 and Kaiden
25.
20. Okay. So I'm sorry, one more time, Perrin.
6.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So you're too busy dodging and dipping and ducking and hiding from this halfling child. But Art and Kaiden, the two of you looking through and like glancing at the manifests that were there, the things in particular that are missing from these crates and barrels, all of the foodstuffs, like the raw foodstuffs, like the wheat and barley and I don't know, other food things, honey and like shit like that would be put together to make food is gone. However, the things like wool and silk and furs, raw cotton, even to some regard like pine needles and things like that, are still here. The only exception to that is a giant cask of what looks to be some sort of ale, or grog or something that's right next to the stairs that go up to that loft area.
Seems to be some food missing from this manifest here.
Oh, do you think that they that was what they were doing? They were taking the food and taking it somewhere else? Well, oh, I forgot. You weren't really here when we had the run-in with the individuals.
Oh, did something happen?
Yeah, so I probably killed somebody, and so did Eden. Kaiden looked like he was getting hurt over there in the far corner. Yeah, my brother and I were tag teaming to try to fight off the bad guys.
And
Those
then parents swallowed
run of the
some
meal
poop.
thieves.
I didn't swallow a damn thing. Don't you go spreading rumors.
Oh, yes, yeah, and that going into your mouth, yes, that happened.
There's nothing in my mouth. I'd really like it if you stopped lying.
Well, then
I know
open
what
it
I
and
saw.
prove it. Prove it.
Me and Eden both saw the same thing. We're not imagining things.
Perrin pulls the bottom of his mouth open.
Eden just walks up and like grabs and is like looking down.
I mean, to his point, you know, he would have expelled by now because, you know, we used the right amount of force and, you know, the method was there and he didn't expel anything. So
Well, sometimes, and I know this for a fact because sometimes, you know, Perrin, you know, he gets gas every now and again when he has certain cheeses and whatnot. So maybe whatever it was that he swallowed was kind of had that same similar texture, and he can't pass it like he normally would pass other things that he digests.
well, you know, I found that whenever I'm having, you know, trouble with, you know, stomach issues and stuff like that, you know, this stuff really does do the trick. And that same half stick of butter is presented in front of.
If that's really what you want, I'll do it. It's your funeral, but I'll do it.
I'm so
when
confused.
He says funeral, it means that he's gonna let off a big one, and you might want to step back.
What's you know what?
Eden's writing something else down on her piece of paper.
Is this really what you want?
Eden
It's
is
going to
following Kaiden wherever Kaiden is now because she looks concerned.
We need to make sure it's not still in you because otherwise that might lead to problems.
And he turns to Finara. You did this. This is you.
No,
I want you to know
I'm
that.
trying to help you.
And
We
he just
don't know
takes
how
a
you're gonna-
full mouthful of the stick of butter
Art,
and just
back
starts
up,
chewing
back
it.
up, Art. Back up. Come on, come with me. We got to stay out of the gas range.
He hands the half stick of butter back, the half of the half stick of butter. So the quarter stick of butter goes back to Art. And
Half a stick of butter.
And Perrin eventually will just like get the butter out of his teeth and swallow.
Can I open my eyes now?
Almost. Hang on, we're almost outside. But I have a secret to tell you when we get out the door.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm making it dead. I didn't pay attention to any of that. I'm like literally just straight walking to the outside.
Right.
As soon as they head outside, she's going to whisper to Blossom,
By the way, Kaiden touched you, so that means he's it.
And she just starts bolting down the street.
Shit.
Eden is with her, so Eden is like holding hands and running with her to the bar.
Did you still have bodies you were trying to get rid of?
Well, not anymore. We don't have any reason to get rid of them now that the little girl's gone.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm just gonna peek my head back in the door. Are we done here?
And you see Perrin like kind of like lean over a little bit.
What is with your family?
We can go, and there is just like a sound. I really think we should move, and it just gets a little
Don't go
bit
over
stronger
in that
and louder.
area. Don't go. You don't want to go over there. Let's get a move on. Just don't pass that area.
This does give me an idea.
The dead guys in the corner are just like, oh my god. No, I'm kidding.
It brought them back to life.
You know, I've never actually seen a halfling fly before. I wonder if we might be able to make that happen.
That's enough out of you. And Parrot will just like, you know, he'll still like walk slowly and he'll be like,
I'm sorry, parent. It's for your own good.
this is your fault. I'm gonna, goodness. Oh gosh.
Make sure you keep an eye out and make sure that if you see anything red, you know, we stay aware of that.
Oh, okay. And Perrin will like slowly walk out, and then he'll like pause at the door and be like, "Right, all you out, get."
Okay.
Out.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
And then as he like watches them walk away, he just like lets out, and then just okay, right. So okay. That's enough. And Perrin will follow after.
So Eden and Blossom have just been booking it, making it back to the bar, but like hiding around the side, waiting to see everybody. And Eden's just like, okay, so here's the plan. When we see Kaiden come back around that corner, we're gonna jump out and we're gonna scare him. Because he seems like the kind of person who probably gets scared easy. You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, there you go.
No, I'm not.
I couldn't hear you.
I was gonna do action,
Oh.
and then I was gonna, but she like looks up at you as you're like kneeling down from him and starts like poking your entire. Why do you have these?
Because I didn't listen to my parents. And sometimes when you don't listen, bad things happen. And then your whole life has changed. And so you should always listen. But they mean I have a friend. So it's not all bad.
Okay, let's scare that guy, that tall one with the beard.
Okay, let's do it.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check. I'll say with advantage because she's helping.
That's good. That's good. Okay, good.
Right.
Oh, wait. That's a thing I'm good at. That's a 22.
Oh, okay. I think that's.
But his passive is probably like a bajillion, so.
I think the only person's passive that's that high is Fenara's.
Yeah, mine's only 19.
Yours too?
Only.
Yeah.
Or Art's. Who are you pointing at? I can't tell who you're pointing at. Oh, are you pointing at your...
My sister.
Oh, okay. I was like,
who's right there.
I was like, you're in a different location on my screen, so you're pointing up at Art, and I'm like, why are you pointing at Art?
My passive perception's not that high.
But no. So as you guys are coming back, what's yours, Fenara?
20.
20. Okay, so not even Fenara sees it. But as you guys are coming back, the tavern looking as dreary and kind of run down as always. You can't quite tell what Art was tasked with fixing from the outside, but you guys are free to enter.
Okay, so let's take what we got from the warehouse and bring it downstairs.
Oh!
And Eden will jump out right behind Kaiden with the assistance. So.
Literally nothing. Come on.
That wasn't fun.
That was boring. You ruined everything.
And then Eden will pout and walk inside.
All right. Everybody else
Did
following.
did Art witness this?
Yeah, you guys were all standing kind of in the front or about to head in as that happened. Yeah.
Okay. Art's going to reach into one of his pockets for something, is going to pull out a small little figurine that appears to be avian in form, and is going to whisper something into it, sneak on over behind our good friend who decided not to get scared, set it behind him, and step away, and wait a couple of seconds until it makes a loud boom.
I'm gonna first make you roll a stealth check for that. Professor, if you'd like to make a perception check, or just use your passive, I'm okay with either.
I'll just use my passive.
Okay. What'd you get, Art?
For stealth, that was a 21.
All right.
Yes.
So you don't see him, and then this large explosion goes off behind you, Hale.
Hold on.
It's just a noise. It doesn't actually explode.
Hold on.
Oh, it doesn't explode. It's just a noise.
It's just a
Okay.
noise.
All right. Where are you standing? Are you behind me too?
I skedaddled away to allow space for this to happen. So I'm probably like on the opposite side. Like if we went in through the door, you were hanging out by the doorway. Is that where you were?
Yeah, I'm headed toward. Yeah, probably by the steps up to the door.
So
or
whichever
whatever.
side of the doorway that you're on, I ran to the opposite side of the doorway.
I'm going to turn around and instantly fire a mind sliver randomly behind me. Be by my height anyway, so hopefully there's no one behind me, but that's what I'll do.
All right. You turn around and like toss something out there. Nothing.
Sweet. Good. I just killed a little
You see,
kid.
like, in the distance of the town, you hear. "Ah!"
Oh, not again.
Man. But no, you guys all head in. Kaya is tending the bar. You can see a couple of other patrons kind of milling about. It is still fairly empty, even though it is now getting later in the probably kind of afternoon. You were there for a bit, or early afternoon. But Kaya walks in. You guys are back already? That was
Yeah, we
quick.
found a kid. Look, there's a little person.
Were you storing a family there?
We found one.
Yeah. From
Yes.
yes.
Well, there's only
well,
one of them now.
There's wait, hang on. There. Yeah, go down. Talk to Ava.
Hey, Kaya,
Yeah.
babysitting duty. Congratulations. And then Perrin will just walk down the stairs.
Kath. And Kath comes lumbering from upstairs real quick and yeah. 5 silver a day till we can get. Yeah, okay. Just come here and like kind of this big half orc just kind of scoops up this little tiny halfling girl and just like goes and sits at a table. You want some of this like biscuits or gravy? No, I'm okay. I have bread. And we just kind of go back
Blossom.
and forth.
Would you do me a favor while I'm gone?
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the shoddy notebook, tear out a piece of paper, hand it to her. Could you draw me a picture, maybe of your family and of the last time you guys were together? And then I'm going to look over to the dude and be like, milk or water, that's it. And then I'm going to walk away.
Gotcha, Professor. Haku went to go talk to the, see if she could find more information from the wizard
Okay.
at the
I
tower.
got to go report in, but I want to hear about it when I get back.
She's not back yet that I know of, but when she gets back, I'll let her know.
She better be quick.
If Perrin gets down to the bottom, Eden's already sitting there with her feet like up on the table, and she's kind of doing like the tilting back in the chair thing. Like,
When we're heading down, Fanara will turn to Perrin. So, how's your stomach doing? I'm starting to believe that you might be a little bit of a, what do they call lactose intolerant now?
Yes, I lactose intolerance. It's fair. But at the end of the day, yes, Mum has been making pastries specifically for me. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to believe for any reason whatsoever that I was being taken, like that I was special or something. No, I don't really do dairy. I don't do cheese. I don't do
That
milk.
makes so much more sense because you gave me that like the dozen of those pastries and you didn't eat a single one.
No,
and I
not
was
a
just
one.
cramming them down my throat. And I
And I'd
was
let
like,
you do it.
does he want me to gain weight? Why isn't he trying to eat some of these delicious pastries with me?
But it's sometimes I just like to watch you eat things because you eat like a halfling does, and it's incredible to watch.
Yeah,
But
Daddy did say that I got that from our
from
halfling
mum,
side
yeah,
of it.
you've got that from mum. That's for sure. You can pack it in like no one else. You got a hollow leg, is what
Yeah.
what they would often say. But yes, I don't do dairy. No milk, no cheese, no butter, no nothing. And so
Noted.
right, thank you for
No
making
butter.
that.
What kind of a way to live is that?
It's a safe one for everyone involved, if I'm being honest.
To be
I-
honest, I don't even know what that butter crap is that you're eating, but it looks like fat.
Oh, it's super tasty. You want to try some?
Not really. It looks like the slimy stuff that comes off of pigs.
Okay. Well,
Well,
for me.
it can be used to make something very delicious. Well, actually, several
I've never
things are
had
very
it.
delicious.
Is it good though? You like it a lot, Darts.
Oh yeah,
He
it's one of my
does,
favorite
he
things to snack
does.
on.
Mhm.
I'll try a little.
And she like reaches her finger out, like turns away.
Art looks just absolutely ecstatic that you'd be willing to try it and holds it out for you.
Is it gonna make me sickly, parent? I don't want to make noises from my butt.
No, I think he might be broken. That might be a consequence of the ooze.
Okay.
He just was a little he had what we call the bubble guts.
Right, I do get the bubble guts. Right, after 18, you won't get it. It's only me.
Bella
you'll be
did
fine.
give that to this one guy that came by the house one time. It was really rude. So Bella gave him this stuff, and then he got all bubbly, and all this foam started coming out of his mouth.
Oh, I think we're talking about some different type of expelling there. Not
Oh.
the same.
So
No.
this won't do that though. It's not. The,
No, this one
No, not at all.
there's just something that's like air that comes out of your rear end, and it
No,
usually
no.
has
I
a
know
very
what a
funky,
fart is. I
horrible
don't.
smell.
I know what farts are. We're just not supposed to talk about them or hot fungus. Like
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? I'm here trying to
I am
explain
actively
farts to you.
becoming a
You already
moron.
know.
Can we move on, please?
Okay, I'm sorry. We're concentrating, focusing on our mission. Yes.
And
Yeah,
Art's gonna hobble on over to Eden and whisper to her, I got him. I got
Thank
him
you.
good.
Thank you. That's really good. He ruined the whole fun. It's a game and he's not being funded. I'll get them back later too.
Perrin opens the door.
I know you'll get him.
Now you're muted.
Now I'm muted. There we go. And
Silence.
listen, I'm just listening to all the shit that comes out of your collective mouths and trying to keep it together.
We are one big fart.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, it's true, because we're
Um,
funny.
Oh god. So, sitting behind the desk, pretty much exactly how you left them. You see Aoife, this time looking through, one hand looking through some sort of paperwork, kind of flipping through. Looks,
That looks very boring. You should listen to what we have to say.
yeah, there's no sun in here. You guys are back already? Like it literally.
There's a child upstairs with no parents. And now there's dead people at the warehouse. And we found
Relevant.
a really
We-
boring book that Kaiden has, and then
Can
I
we?
found this,
can
and
we-
She just reaches into her shirt and pulls out this little bag
Nope.
of gems.
Can we unpack things like one at a time? I feel like that's a really good place to start. You said there's a child upstairs.
we found parents' kids upstairs, apparently.
Just not my girl. That I
Wrong.
don't have a child.
I know, I just wanted to mess with you.
It's really fun to pull his leg a little bit.
Yeah, I'll let Kaiden talk to you because he actually knows what happens. And then he's just gonna stop.
I also volunteer my brother, and then Fanara's gonna like push Perrin close to where Hale is.
All right. And you guys take your kind of seats as you sat last time. There's enough to go around.
Right.
Okay. So, child upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
not yours, which I know is a fact, since
Mhm.
she was probably here before you guys arrived on your ship and
Mhm.
had parents with her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who they are?
Shit. You said book with strange things in it. Is a black leather book with a bunch of names?
Yes.
Can I have that?
Yes.
Eden reaches over and grabs the bag of gems back, slowly.
Did you find that in a crate?
No.
Deception check.
Yeah.
Umbral Oculus. Oh, probably not. What'd you get?
Not very good at deception. What's the 13?
13. She looks at you and
Here's the stupid bag, but I like that pink one.
she takes out the pink one and hands it over to you for your honesty, because it goes a long way, and takes it and then puts it like into her leather armor.
Puts it into her shirt.
Hang on, let me see. Starts flipping through the pages. No, that was, let's see, a week ago. Sanctuary, Franklin, Garrett. Okay, here. Corin is the child's, Blossom, right? Is the kid's name?
Right.
Yes.
Corin is the father, and Vani is the mother.
And where are they?
Bonnie.
They. Wait, there were no people that. Wait, no, we got them out. Shit. Now I'm.
There was no one else but the girl, and then we also found people poking around in there.
Okay.
And there was a dead guy in the office.
No, just can we?
There was the elf.
No, we'll get there.
Okay. So nobody, girl. Okay. Her parents should be in Sanctuary, because they were out on the wagon when we heard about the potential of an attack. We got everybody out there safely. I don't know why.
So they left her?
Yeah,
That's
that's
really
what
horrible.
That's what I'm not understanding. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's not what I'm not. I don't understand that. That's weird.
Okay, moving on.
Right.
We'll cross the bridge.
Wait, hold on. What's in Sanctuary for these people?
Sanctuary is a kind of makeshift town that the Scar Harriers have made. Your father actually kind of helped found it in a way of sorts.
That's interesting.
For refugees from the war across the Isles.
The name would then make much more sense. Okay.
Oh.
Some people choose to stay here in Swaygut. Some people choose to go other places throughout Cantor. But the vast majority of them, especially the ones who can't afford the passage, go to Sanctuary.
All right. Why would they tell her to stay here, though?
That still doesn't make much sense.
Perhaps we could take her, or at least ensure she gets there somehow.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. So what about this book? What's all this about?
This one is Umber's and mine logbook for the transporting of these individuals to places. So when people come here from wherever, we keep a log. We keep a log of whatever debts they may have coming here, because just like you guys experienced, getting here costs money and costs time.
Right.
What are you getting out of it?
What are we getting out of it? Well, I mean, on top of getting paid, Sanctuary is a thriving community that is pretty much everybody that's either chosen to live there after they've paid off their debts or people who need to pay them off.
And do insight on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Seven.
Okay. Net 20, 25.
She is being blatantly upfront and honest with you.
Okay.
So it's just getting paid for whatever they can afford, and then letting them go.
Yeah. Umber ensures that. Yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't be telling them all this, but like their dad's involved, so.
Who
Do they pay per family or per person?
It depends on the situation. Umber does. There's incentives and things like that that depending on their situation and where they're leaving from. As you know, Perrin and Finara, the war takes its toll on people, and those who have had their homes destroyed because of the Xantherum have a little bit more leeway than some of the other kind of richer folk that are just trying to get away from the fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel funny about you making a profit off of people suffering.
Hey, well,
it's not
it's hard.
really. It's not. I'll let you if you want to try to.
Yeah,
explain.
right. This isn't not a profit exactly. It's likely actually that Umber's doing this at a loss, a great and incredible loss. Whatever these people can afford are meager means more often than not, and they're.
You promise?
Horses and food cost a lot, and keeping them alive and happy and hearty, getting these people into places like Sanctuary, it's not an easy thing.
Do you get confirmation that your people made it to Sanctuary, the people that you sent?
When the Harriers return, typically, yes.
Do you have confirmation that her parents are there?
No, it's about a 4-day trek there and then another 4 back.
So when did they leave?
Like 3, maybe 4 days ago. Yeah,
So
let me
they're at
check.
the halfway point.
Yeah,
Okay.
they should be at Sanctuary by now. They should at least be there.
That's insanity. Anyway, the warehouse itself was occupied by certain forces. They are no longer there.
Well, they're still there, so you might want to go clean it up, but they're not moving anymore.
Yeah, they're
Two of them are still living because they managed to scurry off before we could deal with them.
I don't think they'll be coming back.
No.
Did you get names of these individuals or who they worked for by any chance?
One of them was the guy that took my money, but he ran off. I recognize him if I saw him.
Okay.
But
I did ask.
he
I just
also
forgot.
he also vomited red stuff in Perrin's mouth.
Nope.
Yeah, it was
No.
awful.
Please excuse them. That never happened.
But
It did happen.
It
This
did
is
happen.
It's just not
I'm-
relevant to.
I may
her.
be.
I think it's relevant. If
But
the
you
something
don't-
was
bard, but they're
inside of that
storytellers.
person, and then he threw that up into Perrin, and
Not
that means
true.
that those
Never
people
happened.
might have those things.
But
or
there
whatever
was
inside of them.
red stuff in the.
The
Oh.
warehouse is secure from people now.
Right.
Good.
Yes.
And all cargo is there, correct?
No.
No.
You were
Food is
missing-
gone.
Yes.
Food's missing.
Foodstuffs is missing. Okay.
And there was, prior to us arriving, a dead half-elf.
I tried my. I thought maybe I could try to bring him back to the living, but he was gone permanently.
He was in the office next to where I found the book.
Still there.
He's still there.
There
still
was
there.
a red sploosh.
Okay, so you said red sploosh. You said something red in. I can do. What aren't you telling me?
There
I
was
gave
this.
him the butter. He should be fine now.
Okay,
I'm-
so when this okay, so here's the story, and
Oh,
Eden
do you
will
still
spread her
have the
arms.
sample? Do you
So-
still have it with you?
Oh,
So the
do I still have the sample?
I mean, do you?
I don't think I would have gotten rid of it.
Yeah, then you do.
So
Okay.
I confronted the little dwarfy guy, and then he started talking bad to Perrin. And then Perrin was like, "If you don't stop being ass face, I'm gonna kick your ass." And then suddenly, like this red thing came out of the little dwarf guy and jumped on Perrin. And then Perrin was like, "That never happened." And then we killed them. And then we found red stuff in the office, and Art tasted it.
Yeah, it looks like this.
That was surprisingly accurate.
And you take it, or she takes it, and they open it up, and okay, and then yeah, I got it, and dumps it onto the table.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, I noticed that you were talking to someone
Is-
too.
Is that the
It's a-
deity?
No,
She's talking to Umber.
internal
It's a
process.
spell.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Okay, and you watch. First is the one thing you didn't notice, partially because DM forgot to mention it, but you smell as it comes out of this vial that it's been contained in. It smells like sulfur. Not a lot, like it's just like a very faint hint of it. And then you watch as it slowly starts to move a little bit. Not like very fast or very quick, but it starts to kind of just like across the top of this desk.
I knew we weren't imagining things.
See that thing right there? It's that right there. Get it away.
And then it stops for a second, and like a little tiny tendril kind of like snakes its way up like a periscope almost, and like looks around, and then starts moving in Kaiden's direction across the table.
Stop it! Kaiden, be careful. Look, it's gonna jump in your mouth like it did Perrin.
Don't
I'll
open
keep
your
my mouth
mouth.
shut.
Keep your
It-
mouth. Yep.
Aoife takes the vial and just kind of backhand scoops it into there and closes it.
Do you
Hands
know
it
what this is?
back to Art. Yeah, it's very clear that this is an oobleck, or oblex, however you'd like to pronounce it.
I knew it.
Are you supposed to eat them, Perrin?
They should not be ingested by any means.
How do you uningest them?
I don't know.
No.
Do you know somebody who would?
The only person that I would know that would have any sort of notes outside of Umber, who doesn't have notes, would be the wizard up in the tower, or on the outskirts in the tower.
Well,
Fantastic.
How close is that to the sanctuary?
It's just on the outskirts of Swaygut. It's not very far. Maybe half a day travel at the most.
Or if you have a plunger, we could try that too.
We'll call that Plan B.
I mean, we already tried the front end, we tried the back end, and I don't know if that's going to help us at this point.
I thought
Do
it
you
would
know-
be funny.
Do you know how the wizard is accessible? How we can meet?
Usually you knock on people's doors.
Usually,
Never been to a wizard tower.
usually they don't. I mean, I've never met whoever lives there, and I know very few people who have. Whoever
I'll meet them.
kind of like a hermit, I guess, would be the best way. They don't really come out since the Malthier Collective has left Swaygut. They've kind of stayed put. But
Were they a member? Do you know?
from my knowledge, yes, they were one of the few that left. The tower semi-belonged to them. It's not very big. They only had a few people that stayed here, and that was just to study mainly the ruins beneath Swaygut.
Sure.
But yeah, they used to be here, and then when they left, that whoever lived there stayed.
And for those of us who are
Interesting.
on the outside of the inside information, what is this collective?
It's a school of sorts.
A school of what?
A magic school
Oh,
for both the
Oh.
teaching and studying of.
is that where you went to lose your sense of humor?
I was.
Oh,
We were a professor there at one point.
I have
Okay,
more questions.
And Eden is writing.
To help clarify as well, the Malthier Collective has a central kind of facility, but they also have smaller facilities spread across Cantor.
The smaller
Do-
facilities is where we were.
Then we should go there because I might have questions to ask them too.
I've been meaning to talk with them anyway.
Right.
And
We
if
still need to
not,
have a I was just say we still need to have a conversation about what it is you study.
A lot of different things.
well, that's really specific.
Polymath,
Maybe for another
pain in the
time.
ass, whatever he wants to be. So, what does the boss want now?
And our money.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the job's been complete for sure.
Yeah, and,
There's some weird after effects, but
opens
Oh,
up.
we're probably owed some hazard pay for this.
That's a good point there, Art. Perrin will turn. around and
Perrin
just like,
has an ooze now that we have to go get sucked out with plunger. I'm just saying.
Also, I'm not sure that I've ever been compensated for the repairs.
Eden like elbows Perrin a little bit, like
I am apparently with ooze.
For a while, we thought you were with child, but instead,
No, the child's upstairs.
Yes,
That
I was.
wasn't-
it was a place of revelations. Either way, we need paid.
Yep. Logan forgot how much they said that you get paid.
I think you said 7,000 apiece.
No, shut the hell up.
50 was it
I think it was
50?
I think it was 50 apiece.
50.
it was
Yeah.
50
Yeah.
gold apiece and a legendary item.
I am going to fucking murder you.
It was
anyway,
50 gold each.
50 gold each. There's
it was.
another 5 gold added into your bag, Art.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you
Great.
for fixing the roof. Yes.
Will we have to worry about more run-of-the-mill folk on our way to the collective?
I can't confirm or deny that. I honestly don't know the situation at this point. It could very well be that whoever is working for whoever attacked our warehouse is still looking to get even with you, as that tends to happen.
Do you have
may be
any-
completely safe? I don't know.
Do you have any enemies that you were expecting? Like any groups?
I mean, with the introduction of an oblex, there's one in particular, and with the confirmation of the food being gone, aura, you all hear inside your head.
Aura.
And
Aura.
it's more deep and kind of gurgly than what I just did. It's more like aura.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, aura.
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 Okay.
What is this aura? And he looks back at her.
The Logan's trying to think the word. The main host.
Oh, goody.
You know, you say these things as if
What?
they have like some sort of substance to it, and you've literally told me nothing.
Is it a nice host?
Are they having a
Or-
party?
If you
It's-
look at what's inside you and its friend that was crawling on the table, Perhaps it came from a single source, a host.
So it's your daddy.
Aura is the reason why that little thing on the table and the thing inside of you. Yes, you have something inside of you.
Fuck.
I told you.
Are Aura crept from the ruins of Swaygut long ago, long before I was even here, and is in charge of food production throughout Swaygut.
This aura is?
Well, typically it's not. We try to avoid. Most of my people don't eat anything that is produced by anything that Aura's people touch. However,
So there might
Still
be
gets
an
around.
actual connection then with maybe this aura and the missing food items or something or the other. I mean, it seems like it could be.
if you got that from somebody that was inside the warehouse going through our supplies, 100%.
Okay, but here's my question then. Does that mean that a bunch of people in town are like pairing? Like have oozes?
There's just silence.
Well, that's absolutely shite.
That's wonderful.
We're gonna need a lot of butter.
I don't want
Nope.
to stay here anymore. Can we leave? I should go back. Maybe they were right, and I don't know that I should be here. Actually, maybe
It'll be
It's-
all right. Like Fenar's
it's-
gonna go up to
What-
Eden
what-
and hold her hand. It's gonna be all right. I mean, if we stick together and figure all of this out, it's all right. We're here for you.
Maybe
We may
they-
be able to help.
What are you going to give us if we get rid of this aura or stop this problem?
Okay. Umber is. I'm going to negotiate for Umber now because Umber has. What do you want? And I'm saying this very bluntly because Umber does not say that very often.
I turn to Hale, and without looking
within
back,
reason. Within
and
reason.
without looking back at her, I look at Hale. We want access to the wizard tower. Post haste, the second that we get back. You make your connections. I know you have them.
You mean the actual Malthier Collective Tower? Like the
Right, the
big
one-
central one where he probably...
Oh yeah, the one that he's been trying to get to, the one that he's been trying to communicate with. And he turns back to her and says, "You make the connection, you get us in there, and we need to have a conversation with apparently someone who has a little bit more pull than you've been expressing. A little bit frustrated by the fact that you can leave things like this lying without mentioning it. It just boils my blood a little bit."
We don't have... You guys are literally the first people that we have to handle something like this.
So you'll make the deal.
We'll do what we can to make connections. If we can't make connections for you, we will get you there. That we can promise you. Transportation will be on us, at the bare minimum.
Can you give us something to keep us from getting ooze?
Yeah, how's your butter supply looking?
The table you are all sitting around splits in the middle as a mouth begins to open, and a pseudopod-like tongue emerges from it. And in front of you, Eden, you see a granite-looking torch, and then where like the handle is almost it looks almost very ooze-like, where it goes to where like fire would be set, but there's no fire currently in it.
Pick it up. Take it. So you're hiding creatures now as well.
What's his name?
Umber.
And
That-
Perrin like leans back at this moment and goes, "Oh, that's very interesting."
Wait,
Quite.
so are you
Art
telling me
pokes
that
it.
our dad knew about?
I am going to hold this over him for his entire life. He worked for a bloody creature, a monster,
How could he
and
not tell it?
Hey, you know it's really rude to call people monsters to their face. He's been very nice.
Where do we
Fascinating
find
table.
Aura?
That's a better
Oh,
question.
And actually, a better question would be, how would one, if they wanted to, just asking for friends, take care of said aura, if necessary, if it's not a nice host?
It's not.
If you can find a cure, and at this point the mouth of the table is moving, and it shifts and changes into as it turns into like that giant chair that Aoife is sitting on, and now the flap where the cushion is moving. If you find, there are various tiers. There's the tiniest ones. There are the ones that are inside of Perrin, and there are the ones that have already consumed. If you find one that's already consumed, it may lead you to Aura. But even those are extremely dangerous.
If we kill
That
the
is-
big one, will the one in Perrin go out?
Theoretically, if you kill Aura, you sever any connection that any of the little ones have with it.
And you didn't quite answer my question about if one were to eliminate said aura, how does one go about doing that effectively?
Very carefully. I never have met Aura myself. I feel like
So-
if I have, I would not be standing here before you.
oh, so you're not family, you're not cousin in any way.
Perrin.
No.
Do I understand this correctly? That these, and Art's gonna hold up the vial, are part of a larger host?
From my understanding, Aura can only contain so many memories of their victims, and eventually severs, which is what you're seeing before you.
More what I mean is this still connected to that host?
Not through any immediate ley lines, no. It's more of a
Does it
like
harbor
an
memories?
understanding. Yes, and I'm going to go out of voice, but over the next couple minutes, Umber, with Aoife's help when he needs it, goes into explaining that oblex essentially eat the memories out of a creature, more likely than not a intelligent sentient creature, but they'll take what they can get. And as time progresses, they get bigger and consume too many memories and then split. So what Umber is theorizing is that at one point, or whenever Aura hits that kind of peak where they're at their max, they just split, and then that splits, and then that splits, and that splits until you get something as small as what's inside Perrin. And when those begin to grow and consume, they also split. So they're all immediate kind of family, host-minded, connected to Aura and derived from Aura, but at the same time they are still kind of free-thinking.
Well, more what I was trying to get at here is if they had
I see
any
what
sort
you
of a
mean.
connection. I'm trying to see if there was a way that we might be able to use this sample to track the main source.
It's not my expertise.
All right. So how would we find someone who's got, and he like pats his tummy. What are these?
If you smell their breath and you can smell sulfur, will be the best bet. It's one thing you guys have all kind of barely been noticing, especially after the farting incident, that Perrin's breath kind of has, it's very, very, like, it's very faint, but has that brief little, like, man, maybe he's from the Nine Hells. Yes, Eden, since you had a question.
Okay, so
That is potent.
actually, in response to that, while Eden was hanging out with Blossom, did Eden smell that off of Blossom?
You did not. No.
Okay. Then secondly, the main thing was there's like about the time that they all start talking about, oh, we're gonna go do this thing. Eden sits down in the floor, takes the little silver like urn looking thing off of her hip and just starts throwing stuff in and is like just like starts like there's smoke coming out of it and she's making something in her cauldron. While they're sitting there talking, and she looks very frantic about it and like very purposeful as she's like, just over there doing that. And I am using my my bubbling cauldron, by the way. So that's what I am doing.
Yeah, tell us what it does.
Okay, so basically, once per short or long rest, I can create an elixir, which is really fun. That temporarily enhances abilities to anybody who consumes it. Yay, right? Well. It grants temporary HP. In this situation, it's Wisdom modifier and my Druid level. So that's 6 temporary HP to whoever consumes it. I can make 2 of them right now. And then you get a 1d4 to ability checks while you have this temporary HP. So that is what Eden is doing. And she has like 2 little silver cups that she has sitting out and she's doing all of this. And at some point she starts like carefully, like gingerly pouring this urn over into these 2 silver cups. And she's like looking at them and they're like bubbling and they're kind of like, they have like a rosy smell to them, but they're like green, thick liquid. And she's kind of just like looking around the room and she like just stands up and walks over to Hale and hands it to him. You should probably drink this.
What is it?
It's a potion that Bella taught me to make, and it'll make you not die so fast. It also makes you better. It's kind of everything. No offense.
Hold on, Professor.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm a bit, knackered. I'd like to lie down for a little bit before we go off and do something else. So maybe drinking that can wait until we have a rest.
Well, that's
Are you
what
sure?
we're doing. And I mean, this one lasts until, he gets smacked in the face a whole bunch.
But I don't feel quite comfortable because I mean, we don't know if there's like a time limit on this thing, and it eats memories. And
it's in Perrin.
should we at least start heading out or in that direction? Or
Perrin grabs both of her hands and looks her dead in the eye and says, "If this had any kind of timeline, we'd have already been too late."
oh, okay, I can't help but worry about my own brother. I don't want anything to happen to you.
I am not faulting you for being worried. I thank you for being worried. However, we are in a position right here, right now, where this thing has been able to exist far beyond our idea of time.
I can give him, if we sit and rest, I can give him like a basic mental acuity test just to make you feel better.
Um, but also, if you don't drink that, I can make more later if we spend a lot of time. I'm just saying, this is going to be really nasty if you let it get cold.
It's going to be really nasty.
Yeah, right now it tastes like spearmint.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
It eventually tastes not like spearmint. It tastes like mud later.
Anybody else want to drink it? You got 2, right?
I'll drink it with you if you're worried to show you it's okay, but or
Yeah, sure.
Finn, do you want to try maybe? Wait, no, you throw up stuff.
Well, I only get sick when I'm on a boat on the ocean, not when I'm in the ocean swimming.
Let's drink it
Then
together.
you try. There you go. Here, take it.
Oh, okay.
Bottoms up. You go like this.
You don't need to mix it with anything else. It's already all set to go.
It's
No,
real
if you
thick.
look, but smell it. It tastes like spearmint.
Okay, so Professor,
Ignore the chunks.
when I count
It's
to
easier said
3,
than done.
then we do it together, right?
It gets thicker the longer you wait.
All right.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Bottoms up.
It just tastes very minty, and it's kind of like you drank like mint chocolate chip ice
You
cream.
drank it later. You were supposed
All
at
right.
the same time.
And
It's a risk assessment.
as you
It's not bad, actually.
It does taste like spearmint. It's very tasty.
6 temporary HP and 1d4 to ability checks until that temporary HP is gone. So.
thank you, Dragon Rock RPG.
Yes.
Yeah, but wait, you're level 2.
Yeah, I can survive more than 1 hit.
Oh, druids get their thing at level 2. I was like, holy shit,
Right.
how is she? Yeah, okay. I freaked out. I had a complex real quick. I was like, how does she already have
You mean to
that?
tell me
They're
I
all
didn't have the spearmint in my throat? Okay.
No, but
Oh, she's good.
on that note, as you guys pound your drinks and we figure out mechanically if you guys are asking for a short rest or a long rest, we're going to take a quick break. Remember, the word barefoot, all lowercase, for these beautiful set of dice that are 100% going to get taken over by my map, made by Umber. Oh, there we go.
Yay!
It's beautiful, even though it's not focused.
It's got moss and gold flecks.
It
It's
looks
pretty.
really beautiful. But yeah, barefoot
Check out
in
on
chat.
Instagram where you can actually see it.
That too. Do that on the break because we're gonna go for break. We'll be back in like 5 to 10ish minutes, and we'll see you all when we get back.
Bye, everyone.
What's the break?
Welcome back, everybody. The party, after conferring with Aoife and the newly introduced Umber, have decided to take a long rest in preparation for what's to come, or whatever they decide to do. I don't know. They're chaos goblins, so that something's going to happen. But Umber finds and procures, and Aoife procures some place for you guys to sleep. They offer the warehouse if you guys would like to go back there and attempt to take your long rest there. However, if not, they can find accommodations at one of their other like more tavern-like safe houses for you guys to stay.
I can provide some security, so we might be able to sleep a little easier.
And then Eden will like come up to Kaiden. Well, for one thing, I have a lot of questions I have to ask you before we go to sleep. Or
Sure.
I'm also afraid to go to sleep.
We can unpack that. One question, Umber, before we leave. The girl. Blossom, what are your plans?
The caravan that left shortly after Perrin and Finara docked will be, or is only maybe about half a day out. I'll have somebody ride her to that caravan and make sure she's brought to her parents.
Okay.
If that's acceptable with you.
It is, but I want to know that she is okay and accepted back by her parents, because the circumstances are a little odd.
Do parents do that?
Not typically.
We can send magical means with to ensure that the delivery was safe.
Okay. Thank you.
She should be with a family that loves her.
Agreed.
If I'll ask later.
Oh, Eden, if you're afraid to sleep, well, Dukar makes a great watch.
I'd appreciate it, I think. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll keep a good eye on her, right?
Thank you. She's just like scritching a little bit. I don't even care that he smells.
I don't sleep that much either, so
I'm made
it's
of
okay.
velvet. Can you please not skunk smells?
If it happens, I can make it go away.
I do not want to have to wash this upholstery.
I'll have more vinegar by tomorrow.
Well, let's find
We're
a place.
I would
we're
rather
leaving.
smell
We're
like a
leaving.
skunk than vinegar, but thank you though.
Where are we staying?
You can stay at the warehouse. There's rooms there. If not,
Right.
we can
yeah.
procure.
We're gonna go to the warehouse. Thank you, Umber, for everything that you've provided. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for whatever you're going to provide.
All right. Well, shall we?
Hey, I don't think you're scary at all. And Eden will walk out.
Tell Kaiden, tell Kaya that you want a stone on your way out.
Okay.
We'll give the other to the runner.
Okay. I'm going to head back to Blossom.
Okay.
On my way, I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Encode Thoughts. So I'm just going to touch my temple and pull just a tiny, about that long strand. And it's like sort of a whitish blue, glowy type color. And it's physical. When I get back to her, I will sit down at the table. Did you draw a picture?
Yeah. This is my family. And she holds up a really 5-year-old drawing of three short people. 2 people are a little bit taller than the third short person, and then next to the little short person, there's a big, like, giant owl bear that towers over the entire family.
Is this Aaron here?
Yeah, that's Aaron. Yeah,
Amazing.
and that's me,
Listen,
and my mom, and my dad.
amazing. They look like a wonderful family. I got good news. So we have arranged for you to be taken to your parents.
Okay.
They're just in the town over in Sanctuary. You'll be well protected, and we've made it so that we will know that you arrive safely. But I want to give you something, but it's magical. So I need to make sure that you're okay with handling something magical. It's awesome.
Eden, what's magic?
Magic.
Nope.
Magic is what makes life. It's okay. You know, whenever oh, I know. So you're outside and you're playing and you hear the birds chirping and it's sunny and there's like a little butterfly and it like touches your nose and you're so happy, that happy little feeling in your stomach. That's magic. And it can make good things happen.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take the warm and fuzzy stomach feelings.
Yeah, it's so what this is I'm gonna let you, Logan, make a DM call on who would notice a slight physical change in Kaiden. But for anybody that would, his eyes go from a red to a sort of bluish white color. And he leans over and he says, now this is a bracelet. It's a magical bracelet. And I'm going to put it on you. And what it is it's just kind of like a thought. So if you want to know how to get back, if you need to get back here, I have thought about a way back. And if you need it, you can just touch it and, think about how to get back, and it'll bring you back here, or at least show you the way back here in case you need that. Just as like an extra precaution or an extra safety thing.
Okay. I'd say, given everybody's passive, I'll say Finar is the only one that notices.
Would I be familiar with what exactly he's doing this anyway?
More directed toward the eye color change than anything, but yeah, no.
Okay.
Other than that, you're not.
Other than that, okay.
Yeah. And that's it. So you keep that, hold on to that, and that's it. And now I want you to be safe and happy and go play with Aaron and your mom and dad.
Okay.
Does Aaron want a flower crown too?
Mm-hmm.
And then Eden will just put her hands on the table, and so these little flowers start growing out of the table, and Aaron, she just picks them and makes a little flower crown for Aaron and puts it on, and then makes one for Blossom. There you go. See, now it matches your name, and you and Aaron are twins.
Thank you. And she kind of just trots off back over to the table where Keth is, and sitting there.
When I first got Dokar, they really seemed to like flowers, which was one of the reasons why I gave him that name. Do you think maybe you might be able to make one of those for him as well?
What color?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll make a bunch of colors then.
Yeah. And then so this completely odds and ends plant just grows out, and there's blue and pink and yellow and purple, and she just weaves it all together. There you go. And it's super big. There were little flower crowns that were really dainty and cute. This one's a little ridiculous.
Here you go.
How big is it?
I mean, it's still his size. It's just a little more
so gaudy.
It's perfect. I'm sure he's gonna love it.
I'm gonna pat her head, and then I'm gonna go ask for the stone.
Awesome. Kaya produces for you a stone, which is very identifiable and recognizable. It's a sending stone. So when whoever has the other one gets wherever they need to go. I do sending stones a little bit differently. Their distance doesn't, I say fuck it to distance. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good to know. And this
Make
is
her
two-way, correct?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
This is two-way, correct?
Correct.
I want to
So
talk to them. Okay.
Yes, once per day. You can send it to whoever's holding the other one. I believe we'll probably send Keth, since Keth is already seeming to form a bond with the kid. But
Good.
I can't I can't say for certain quite yet. It's whatever
Perfect.
the boss wants.
Okay. I believe we're going to go stay at the warehouse for the evening.
Awesome. Cool.
Good day.
March.
Have a good day. And you guys continue. You head out. Any last Art? Did you want something?
Oh no, I didn't realize you were staying at the warehouse. That means I didn't get a chance to look around really, so that'll be good.
We're not taking anything.
Well, you never know. There might be something useful for our trip.
Is coin useful as they're walking?
To some.
You used to buy things.
Is it important to us? Because I have some that I picked up off of things.
I was there.
You saw that?
I did.
Oh, well, I have coin things, I guess. I'm probably going to count them.
It's fine. It's due. It's fine.
Okay. I don't know what to do is.
We deserve it.
Okay.
All right. Unless there's anything else you guys want to accomplish, you guys get straight to the warehouse, prestidigitating and like cleaning it up a little bit more so it doesn't smell like rotting bodies. And then the only places that I don't think you guys actively searched are the rooms upstairs outside the room that the girl was in. I think. Hang on, let me check my notes. You hit that. You hit that. Yeah, I think you hit almost everything. Yeah.
Art is going to specifically look around for things that could be potentially useful for components.
Okay.
That might not be missed.
We'll go around really quickly before bed and kind of just do a, hey, what does everybody want to do before bed? And then we'll call it a night and go through long rest. But so for Art, go ahead and roll me an investigation check, please.
A 23.
A 23. So going through each of the 3 other rooms that remained, the first one was completely ransacked, beds overturned, desk flipped to the side, but you can see a backpack in it. And rummaging through the backpack really quickly, you find a statue for the god Arathis. So it's like a guy in plate armor wearing or holding a like a balanced scale and then a sword in one hand, as well as
Arathis.
Arathis, yes, Erathis, yes. That's made completely out of like almost bronze or copper. And then as well, there's tons and tons of documentation in there, and paperwork, and even some, like, not schematics, but like lines on a map that were being drawn. The second room you run to, the door is partially ajar, and you just kind of open it up and go through. Nothing really of use except for a satchel that has a bunch of blueprints for homes, as well as like plotting of land that's marked the Wesley property. And then in the third room, as you go in there, there's nothing that really pokes your eye or like piques your interest. Everything's, the bed's still made or mostly made. There doesn't seem to be anything displaced, and there's nothing that really sticks out to you that you could be like, oh, grab, let's look.
Were some of the documents looking like they were like incomplete, like they were like scrapped or whatever?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Natural 20.
Looking at these documents, you can discern that these are legal documents for the procurement of land, of farmland in particular, south of the town of Davenport.
Did it say? Does it say anything on the document as to who they were made out to?
It seems in conjunction with the Wesley property.
So the Wesleys are a big deal here.
And the Wesley property was no small farmstead by any means. Like it was, and it looked to be multiple family unit homes. Anything
Cool.
else, Art?
I am going to note this information into my little notebook, and I am going to go to each of the documents that has like a spare bit of paper on it that has no writing on it whatsoever, and tear a small piece off of each document.
Awesome. Yeah, you can get about, like 4 or 5 pages worth of like actual, like if you stapled them or taped them together, like full parchment. Yeah, just from ripping through those.
Thank you.
Cool. Perrin, anything you want to do in the night?
Not really.
Or before the long rest?
Yeah, there's not really a lot that he wants to do. He's like humming a tune to himself, like deep in thought, while he's like twiddling his fingers while he's laying back on the bed, just kind of like twiddling his fingers, humming
Are
a
they
tune.
sharing a room?
There are 4 bedrooms. Each of them has like a little bit, not quite a queen, but like a twin and a half.
So
If you
each
want
of
to
us would
share a
have-
room, we can, but like, you can have your own room.
No, well, there's a certain thing that Fanara would do if depending on the scenario. So I'm trying to figure out what
Yeah, no, his door's open
Okay.
before he goes to sleep, so he's just kind of sitting there twiddling
Okay,
his
so
fingers.
then if that's the case, then Fanara will go into her bag with her belongings, and she'll pull out one book that was how to speak Infernal, like a how to like learning Infernal for beginners or something. And then the other book is one dealing with Tiefling culture and lore, that kind of thing. And so she has those books underneath her arm, and she goes and walks over and she knocks, even though the door is open. She knocks on Perrin's door.
Yeah, what could I do, sweetheart?
Well, I couldn't quite sleep, so do you mind if I just take some time to study in here with you?
Of course. Go ahead. Pick up some floor if you want. Have a seat over there on at the desk.
Okay. Is there any kind of linen or like blankets or something that's kind of like in the room that she could take and like kind of make a little cushion next to his bed?
Yeah,
against it?
the beds have the duvet and then like an undersheet and then like the normal sheets. But so you could definitely take like the undersheet for it if you wanted to make like a little like picnic-y type of situation.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah.
probably situate it and like situate her dress to like kind of be around her as she sits down, as she normally does whenever she's like kind of studying. And she's, looking through the book, but then kind of also too in thought. Perrin, what else do you think that Dad is keeping from us?
It's in this moment that Perrin absentmindedly is like twirling Vanara's hair in between his fingers, and just kind of like pauses for a moment. Wait, that's a good question. Dad was a little busy before he had you. So there's probably a lot of things that he didn't tell us, mostly because we didn't really need to know. But I don't think he was hiding it. I perhaps maybe we didn't need to know.
Well, I understand that there are some things that, you don't always have to tell every single little thing about yourself or things that you may have done in the past. But, I mean, considering the fact that we were going off on kind of our own journey, so to speak, I would think that he would at least have provided a little bit more information about these interesting people that he was dealing with, especially that Umber.
I have a strong feeling that he didn't tell us specifically for that reason.
Her
That-
reaction. Yeah. I
Uh,
mean,
what do you think Mum would have done if she had found out that he was working with a creature like that?
oh, she would have threw a fit. Actually, probably like more like 10 fits all at the same time.
All at once,
Yeah.
at every single moment, all at once. The
She
fury of a
knows how to
thousand
go
suns.
through all the different emotions all at once. It kind of makes your head a little bit dizzy because you're not
You're right.
sure how they're in such a small individual.
She is such a small woman, but she experiences so many emotions so very quickly. But no,
Are you
I
worried
believe
at all? I mean,
worried. Me worried? When have I ever been worried about anything?
well, I know. And she kind of situates her and pulls her knees to her chest. Well, I know, but I feel like sometimes even maybe you don't tell me everything that worries you or things you might be thinking about real hard. And again, this is kind of why I wanted us to go on this trip because I want to learn. I feel like more about you. I feel like I do know you. I mean, obviously, because you're my brother, but I'm just saying, I feel like there's certain things that maybe I don't know, but I'd like to.
He sits up in the bed and like puts her like he situates himself with her between his legs, with her facing the opposite way, and like pulls her hair behind her neck and literally starts working a strand, and then another and another, and he starts putting together a braid in her hair, like just very gently and like carefully braiding a small section of her hair. All right, let's start with Crest of the Waves. Crest and I got into a bit of a situation when you were younger. I know he doesn't really sound like it, but Crest has got a bit of a sticky finger situation.
Crest?
So
Really?
you wouldn't believe it because the boy is so sweet, but when he sees something he wants, he just has a habit of taking it, even if he doesn't need it. So
Well, he is really good about kind of sneaking around, not making any sounds, so that would definitely come in handy for something like that.
right. But one day, we snuck into a storeroom as to one of the other resorts, and oh boy, he pilfered a series of the owner's knickers.
Get out.
Yeah, Crest. Crest has a thing for lacy bits.
Wait, does
so-
he go around wearing the lacy bits?
No, he just likes to. He has a thing about having something that's personal from someone else. It's like you know it's missing, you don't know where, and you're always trying to figure out where it went. So he has, and it's. I would never have told you this if we were not in this situation, but Crest has like a series, like a banner of these things tied together.
Oh, I would never in a million
No,
years.
not in
have
a million
thought that.
years would you believe that Crest was someone who would steal people's underwear and
Wait,
then
hold
Yeah,
tie them
on a
together.
second.
who would have thought that? Who would have thought?
Hold on a second. Now I was missing a certain
No,
pair of
not at
knickers
all.
that
Never.
had a seashell on the behind part, and I couldn't find them anywhere. I really loved those because it was something that I thought was real cute, and it really fits me because I love collecting shells sometimes when I, go for my swims. And then I was like, Where did I put it? I usually keep all of my loungers together.
What's lingerie? Sorry.
No, please, somebody get involved.
Right. So
Actually,
now,
I don't really know what that is either.
Oh gosh.
Kaiden, what are underwear?
Right. So now you know where they've gone. And unfortunately, we're never gonna get them back. There's no point.
Is there like some type of therapy for that kind of thing?
I don't know. Maybe
It seems like
you
it might get him in trouble, big trouble someday.
perhaps maybe you can figure out what that is.
Yeah. Well, see, this is what I like. This right here. Us sharing these different
Mm-hmm.
dark secrets. I mean, technically it's more dark for our friend Cress, but
What? Right.
you know. I
Well,
kind of wish that Daddy did the same thing. I mean, it's kind of cool to think that maybe he was living some type of great adventuring life. He was just out there and battling things and helping refugees and all types of stuff. And I mean, that would have been really cool knowing, and you wouldn't have been calling him a square all the time.
And he stutters over the word "your" a couple of times. Dad is a square. He's never been anything but a square. And don't let him tell you any different. He could have had exciting times, but it probably wasn't always exciting.
I guess, but it is
Good.
kind of cool.
What he points down to the book? What does that say?
Oh, I'm still. It looks like it says Utsonia Inadu. I don't know what that means. But wait, hold on. Oh, it says something about a specific snake. I guess it's another word for that type of snake right there, picture right there.
Okay.
Mm.
And then he goes back to braiding her hair again, and then he lets her study.
Eden will be just so you know, Eden's just following Kaiden everywhere. Just has her list out. So first things first, what happened to your shirt? Did it burn off or something? Is that why you don't wear one?
Just easy to remove without.
Okay, that makes sense. You can move faster with no shirt on. Okay. Next one. What does straight and narrow mean?
It's the correct path.
The correct path is a boring one?
Typically, yes.
Oh, okay, that sounds really okay. I don't like that. Boring path. Okay, why does the ocean want to eat me?
It does not.
That's a lie.
Okay.
What bastard invented arrows?
His name was John Arrow.
Well, he's stupid.
While I'm walking around answering these questions, a couple things. One, I am setting up an alarm system. For that, basically, I will go to the. Is there a? Sorry, I don't know if there was a distance on that or not. 20-foot cube. Yeah. So at least the main entrance. And I'll it's the same sort of deal. He'll pull a thread, run it along his arm, tie it across the door, and then bring it sort of back to his head, and then it'll just kind of vanish. It's just alarm.
You're doing the main entrance where the reception area is, or the way that you guys came in over by the the cargo doors.
Actually, since we're all sleeping upstairs, I'll do the top of the stairs. Yeah, I'll do the top of the loft.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay, next question.
Mm-hmm.
How long do humans live?
Usually 50-ish, maybe 60 years.
So, how old are you?
Around there.
So you're gonna die too?
No, I don't. I wouldn't worry about that. I'm a little younger than that. I just feel old.
So when they get that old, they just don't wake up? Like they could be
Most
fine
of the
the
time.
day before and then go to sleep and then they're just not there anymore?
Most of the time.
What's a funeral? They said it earlier.
It's where your friends and family would gather to say goodbye after you've not woken up.
Can you have one for someone that died a while back? If you, for example, didn't know?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I don't want to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. Why?
I'm afraid that y'all won't wake up, or that I'll wake up and it'll all be a dream again.
All of this?
I don't want to go back.
Back where?
Do you want me to say? Because earlier you said some of the things I said were weird and I shouldn't.
In confidence, that's what I meant. I don't think everyone needs to know everything, so
I don't want
we're
to
just
go.
us here.
I don't want to go back to the Briar.
The Briar? Is that in your dream or an actual place you've been to?
I think that part's real. But I don't know how long I was there, and I was asleep for a long time. But it's really dead and thorny, and there's really mean sisters there. And there's a friend there, I think, but I'm afraid I was gonna go sleep and wake up, and I'm just gonna be back at that. That happened a lot.
You want to know something?
Mm.
I'm kind of in the same boat. But I don't go to sleep because that's where the bad stuff is.
I can relate. Sometimes I would go to sleep and Bella would play really mean games and scare me with really nasty stories that she thought were really funny. But then I'd wake up and everything was back again. But my friend would stop them a lot.
I have an idea. Maybe if I give you something, it'll sort of help put you in this reality. So I'm going to go into my bag and I'm going to grab one of the books that I have. Specifically, it is the Wonderful World of Potion Crafting by Magnus Stote. Now, it's a bit pedantic, but it's an okay read, I guess.
I don't know what pedantic is,
Yeah,
but it sounds
I
smart.
knew as soon as I said it, it's fine. It's just if you have trouble with it, maybe I can help read it with you. Yeah, it's just a book that they had in the town, so it was just something to occupy the time.
Okay. Last question. It's not a question. Do you promise you'll wake up?
Do I promise I'll wake up? Yeah, the thing is, I sleep a little differently than probably everyone else. So what I do is I just kind of sit and think for a little while and just kind of, relax. So I don't ever actually go to sleep.
That must be nice.
It's different. The thing is, this is kind of the first night. So the thing is, when I do that, sometimes I have just really bad, like, how you were talking about the briar. It's kind of like my briar. And so I may say stuff that you don't know or understand, but it's not really meant for you. So just don't be scared. It happens.
Okay. Well, then I will
And-
come wake you up from your briar as soon as I wake up.
Okay. So do you want me? I can wait and watch you sleep, and then when you wake up, show you that I'm here, and then I'll do my thing.
Okay. We
Okay.
can do that.
And then Eden will just like run into a room and like jumps in the bed and like is like bundled up.
Oh, one more thing. How much gold did?
Because
Yeah,
she like
we were getting there.
like I was gonna say one more, like as soon as she jumps in, like she goes to go to sleep and then she's like, oh yeah, and she just like pulls up these bags and is just dumps them on the bed.
Awesome. Couple things of note. The book that you're referring to, Hail or Kaiden, is written in Gnomish. That's the one that's written in Gnomish.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then let's see, gold. Let's go to the office in my notes. Oh my god. Where? Okay, there we go. There's 1,140 copper pieces.
Oh. I was gonna say, whoa.
Gotcha.
I got to clarify.
1,140 copper pieces, 139 silver pieces, and 28 gold pieces
Okay.
in each of the individual sacks.
Okay. In each sack, so times
Yeah. So or no.
or total.
One
In
was
total.
one was copper,
Okay.
one was silver, and one was gold. Yes.
Okay.
No,
No,
I'm not
dude.
handing you. I'm not handing you that much money in.
I was like-
like
What are you? I was in head going, what? The other thing is like she's laying there. I will ritually cast Identify on that little pink gemmy bob.
The pink gemmy bob is just a little pink gemmy bob. It is where the hell are my notes on it? Scroll up, Logan. It is moss agate. Agate. I don't know how. I don't know how to English. I'm a history
Agate.
teacher. Agate. Moss agate.
All right.
It's worth roughly 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
How is Eden the richest? Okay, so
She grabbed all the money, guys, and you let her.
Sure.
It was shiny. She just puts it all back in the bags.
There's also the
Okay.
vial that you guys got that you haven't identified yet either.
Oh,
You want me to look
right.
at it?
Could you maybe tell what it is? Okay.
And she will do the same thing.
Mhm.
Identify as a ritual.
Yeah, this is a potion.
Oh, I guess I could have done that too, actually.
A potion of climbing.
So this one, it's gonna taste kind of really weird. It's gonna taste kind of like burnt ash, but it will make you climb better. Is the only way I can describe. It's probably not very useful for you since you're not wearing a shirt. You might hurt yourself. Although you said you
Sure.
can move better.
It's just it's a personal choice. Okay, cool. Are you going to sleep?
Yeah, there's just like eyes and antenna sticking out. She's...
As I guess I'm going to stay in the room with her. Is there a chair in there?
Yeah, every room has a bed, has a desk, and has a chair, and then has like a little, like tiny, like table that has a couple chairs around it as well.
Okay, so I'll pull up to the desk. I'm going to pull out the book on my leg that is about the same thickness as the one I've been holding more often than not, but it's really nice. It's got like a blue exterior and like filigree along it. Looks like a diary more or less. And as I do that, my eyes will shift back to the blue, which I don't think anybody will see that, and then I'll start writing about my time, not only with Eden, but also Blossom. And just kind of a general, dear diary.
Today I found out.
Today I met so many cool people.
I made so many new friends today.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it reads too. So that's what I'll do.
I saw Eddie's hand up, and I also saw Utahime's hands up. So we'll go Eddie first, since it's been a while since he's done anything, and then we'll swing back around to you.
For sure.
Of course, the moment it comes to me is when I have to cough. So, as things are starting to wind down, Art's going to walk up to the room that Eden is sleeping in and just knock on the door. Before things, can I say goodnight to Dokar real quick? It's kind of a thing I do every night. Now, keep a good eye on this one. I mean, I know that we're still not quite sure that we think that they might be angelic in origin, but they still seem scared at night, so we want to make sure that we look out for them. Okay, so just keep an eye, okay, and be good.
Art, before you leave, practical jokes are funny, but not all audiences appreciate them, particularly ones with a lot of anxiety.
Oh, did I do something wrong?
Your little boom trick earlier today.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm just a little on edge all the time. And
would you feel safer with a shirt?
No. Go to sleep. But perhaps the joke was wasted on me, is what I'm saying. It's okay. But it may be funnier for you next time to prank somebody that could appreciate it a little bit more.
You seem so serious all the time, and it seemed like maybe you might need a laugh.
Yeah, on occasion that might work, but not right now.
Okay.
Have
Good
a
night, Art.
Oh, good night.
And thank you, Dokar. You're very brave.
Just like,
I don't know. What do you want me to do?
I do have one last thing that I want to do before things close for the night, but I want to give other people a chance to do things.
That's awesome. Fenara, did you have one?
Mine is more a question as far as because Fenara has every intention of actually learning about tieflings and about the infernal language. So how, do I have to, with that, it depends, every DM is different how that works.
It'll take a certain amount of time. I gotta double check the time, but I will mark this down as Renee and I will talk. Because he has, I think he said.
Yeah, I just wanted to note that
but
she really was trying to during this time
as
learn.
So probably like 3-4 hours, because I mean it's still afternoon, so like you guys got to eat dinner and like kind of chill before bed. So I'd mark it down as probably about a half a day of training, give or take. Yeah, that's
good. I mean, this is going to be kind of like a thing, ongoing thing. So I just wanted to make sure.
Open up have your own page or whatever for your training, and then we can kind of track it that way too. So that way we both have idea. And we'll go from there. Anything else?
That's it.
Cool. Awesome. Art, back to you.
So, two things Art is going to do over the course of the evening. First thing is Art is going to spend some time studying our little oozy friend in the vial, trying to see if he can gather any more information on it. He might try to do some experiments, particularly involving various substances and seeing how it reacts to these substances. And somewhere along within that, he's going to cast Identify to try and see if there are any magics attached to this creature.
To the oobleck itself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yes, tell us all of its weaknesses, and if it
Logan was not that. Okay, go on to your. That was your first thing?
First thing.
All right, go on to your second thing while I look stuff up.
Fair. The second thing that Art is going to do, and this will be later in the evening when everyone else is theoretically asleep or not around, and Art feels like he is alone. He is going to reach back into one of his pockets and pull out a familiar duck-shaped device and gently set it on the ground next to him and kind of gently, meticulously adjust it so that the duck's head is kind of, facing him, almost like, you were sitting across the room from someone. And he's going to go into his bag and pull out some reading material that came from home and is going to study it over the course of the night.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to rule this a little bit differently, so don't be mad that I give you disadvantage on rolls.
That's fair.
It's mostly because you don't understand things yet, and when you hit a threshold, I will, it'll go back to normal. But go ahead and give me a just straight intelligence check with disadvantage.
Let's see, a straight intelligence roll. The lower roll was a 19.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you...
Sorry, Logan.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for anything in particular? I guess would be the biggest question.
Essentially, at this point, I'm mostly just trying to foster understanding and trying to see if I can connect some dots that I might not have been able to connect before.
Okay. So you're looking at a lot of it. A lot of it is mechanizations that are used for war, cannons and trebuchets, and even some basic firearms. But there are some things that you dig a little bit deeper and you notice. Again, the constant word of the Falrast, the Falrast. You don't get a location for it, but you additionally kind of learn that there was a group of dwarves, and you haven't scanned through enough of it to really determine who they were or what they were called, that were from there or lived there or traveled there at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And are the root for the rest of this study. Also, for your ooze question, you get a mix of conjuration, necromancy, and enchantment of sorts. It's hard to, it's a living creature, so it's hard to truly identify it. But you're getting a lot of stuff that this ooze is a part of something bigger, but also its own thing. Very much of your conversation with Umber.
Mm-hmm.
Never had somebody ask me to identify a living organism before, so that's interesting.
Of
course, it's Eddie. Of course, it's Eddie. Of course, it's Eddie. No, but yeah, that's what you get.
Awesome.
anything else?
I still don't have the answers I seek, but we'll get there. Talking to the duck across from me, and I'm going to pick up my notes, carry them with me to bed, take the duck. If there's any sort of a nightstand or anything, put it on the counter. I'm basically going to just kind of lie in bed reading.
Okay. As you all, in one way or another, drift off to sleep, Professor Hale's alarm protecting you through the night. Hale's still up. We'll talk about watches off stream, so that way we come into a more structured next time. But that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Structure here, not a thing.
Structure? Yeah, no.
We're getting there.
Everybody wants a long rest, so they just
Long
go to
rest.
sleep.
Yeah.
We can do that now, right?
No.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Things are gonna happen.
We'll see. I don't ever prematurely long rest.
Okay.
Renee,
True.
don't look at
It's fair.
me. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
I got some fun things. I still need to show.
Return of the
I-
Ooze.
I was about to say,
No,
guys, we
I'm
went
kidding.
back to
I'm
the
kidding.
we went back to the place where the ooze came from.
Are we gonna die now? How are we gonna die
Yeah.
now?
Listen, I
Possibly,
gave you two options. You guys
possibly.
chose to go to the place that you killed a bunch
I-
of people.
Eden didn't choose. To be fair, Eden chose nothing.
No. But one last time, put barefoot, lowercase, in the chat. I don't mean to like call people out, but there are like 14 of you in the chat, and there are like 3 people in this giveaway. So if you really don't want a 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 chance to get some amazing and beautiful Umbral Oculus dice, then like that's cool. Don't put barefoot in the chat. I'm not.
I already won it, so I didn't put my name in this week.
There we go. There's some more. But yeah. All right, Eden, do your shtick.
Hi everybody. What's an Eden? No, my name is Taryn Hackett, also known as Valrook across the socials, a generally creative human, TTRPG performer, and a GM over on the Initiative Order on every other Sunday, returning October 24th with Far Realms, a Cult Divinity Lost homebrew campaign where I run a group of lost souls through just the happiest of places as their sanity slowly slips away. Beyond that, I am the creative behind Umbral Oculus Dice, UO_dice on the Instagram, link in bio for merchandise at my dice shop, and other things coming soon. So definitely follow me there for shop updates. Follow me at Valrook if you want to see my streaming ventures. Finger guns. What are finger guns?
I'll take it from here. Bucko.
Yes.
Wait, I don't know why I called you Bucko. Don't.
Honestly, there's something charming about that.
All right. Awkward. And that transition. I'm Utahime. I am a cosplayer, streamer, and TTRPG performer. You can catch me on the socials at Utahime Cosplay, Facebook, Instagram, here on Twitch, where tomorrow I will be continuing our Spooktober shenanigans and playing some Dead by Daylight. I might even play Killer. Yeah, that's gonna be 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Other than that, you can catch me on the Initiative Order on Monday evenings. Not starting the 18th, we're going to be having a special one-on-one with our overseer where you get each of the characters' backstories. So definitely tune in anyway. I'm not going to be in this one because it's going to be Peggy Sue, aka Eden. Hers is coming up on the 18th, and that's 6:30 Pacific time next Monday. And then you can catch the next episode of Agents of Nyx on Creators Assemble, where I play a totally dark character, a totally opposite of Finara, and that's going to be at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time over there on Creators Assemble. So, yeah. Finger guns! Next person!
We are not doing this every time.
Yes.
I will end these.
We are
sessions
the Barefoot
before the end.
Bandits.
Oh my gosh.
Pew, 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 pew. And I did kill someone.
What's a transition?
But that's gonna.
Fair. Is it me?
Yeah, just go.
Oh.
That's why I said that.
I'm Ronan Fox. I'm dope as shit. Look me up on Twitch.
There you go. Attaboy.
We
Keep
have
going.
fun here.
Eddie, just go, please.
That is fair enough. I'll follow that one up, sure. Because guess what? Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, and I'm the Discount Bard. I'm a TTRPG streamer, voice artist, performer, and I'm also here on Twitch at twitch.tv/discountbard, where I do variety content. Right now, I'm also celebrating Spooktober with scary games that I play through, so that you don't have to, and you can enjoy the ride as I scream my pants off and have a fun time with that. You can follow me on all the socials at Discount Bar to see what sort of shenanigans I'm up to. I'm also here, obviously, on every other Tuesday, and I'm also currently doing a game with That D'Angelo on alternating Wednesdays as well.
Oh yes, I forgot because this upcoming Wednesday we will not be doing it. The following.
Yes, we're off this next Wednesday, but after that.
And last but not least,
Finger guns.
Please be.
Come on,
Please
Eddie.
please be normal.
Let go.
Sorry, my bad. You know, I at least you deserve finger guns after everything else you've been through tonight.
Thank
So
you.
Here you are. Here
Good
you are.
Lord. Hello, everyone. My name is Renee Beauregard, and I am parent hope singer on this game, as well as one half of Dragon Rock RPG Design. You can find us at Dragon Rock RPG Design on Instagram, at Dragon Rock RPG on Twitter. Our Warlocks are coming out very soon. We are just finishing up the retooling of them tomorrow, and then we'll probably have them available on our Twitter on DM's Guild, which you can find on our Twitter as pay what you want documents. So we want you all to have them in your hands so that you can play them at your tables. Please let us know what you think about them when they come out. Leave a rating and a review, and we'd love to hear from you. Outside of that, it's been great, you guys. Hey, Logan.
Bucko.
What's a bucko?
Well, it's you
And
now.
I'm Logan Hanley. I feel like I'm more sad than Ronan typically is right now. I'm Logan Hanley, your friendly internet dungeon master, here every other Tuesday DMing the Ecriom Expeditions, where we all welcome the chaos that is this party.
And the most broken individual at the end of the night each time.
Yep. Somehow I end up more broken than little emo Ronan over there.
I like that I get left out of being emo because
Edith's not
too fucking sunny to be my usual stereotype.
No. But you find me here and on the Twitters and the Instagram. That's about it. You know where to go. This is my channel. I'm not doing anything special.
And then the dice.
We're gonna do dice. Things are closed. I'm gonna refresh real quick, and we'll see who gets this dice that the camera does not want to be friendly to.
Put your hand behind it.
I did already, and it still my hand has a hole in the map. All right, so we're gonna pick a winner. Hey, JC Torres.
Yay!
My good buddy Johnny. I'm gonna hold on to this.
Jason
until
Torres,
come
you
by.
get finger guns.
I'm gonna hold on to this until
Finger
you
guns.
get here and come say hi. But
What's the
congratulations.
Jason Torres?
Oh my god, I'm gonna murder Eden first. I swear to God, if the Oobleck doesn't get her, Umber will.
Oh no!
I'm sorry,
Night, everybody.
I'm plotting. No, but yeah. Until next time, guys. See you later, and fuck you, finger guns.
Bucko.
All right.
Bucko.
Oh wait, we're gonna raid somebody. So just stay here while we go to end
Don't
screen.
go anywhere,
and then
buckos.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
No, this was a Western.